See him a beast when he hear that sound like. Yeah, beat on the beat when he hear that sound like. Woo. Yeah, bitch and the champ only need one round like. Yeah, me, I'm a G bring heat.
Coming off of his first UFC W, the boy, the determined Dan Argueta. Dan, my man, happy fight week. How you feeling?
I'm excited. I love being here. As soon as I get to Vegas, it's like a vacation slash, you remember that feeling when you were a little kid when it's your birthday party week and
Yes,
you go to
sir.
school every day and everyone knows it's your birthday party on Saturday?
Yes, sir.
That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like.
So you got some hair though. Are we not going to see bald Dan?
No, I'm determined to keep my hair. I didn't have any breakdowns this camp. Last camp, shit, I was freaking out, going to 45. I was like, man, I'm not doing enough. I'm not doing enough. I'm not sacrificing enough. I wasn't even running. I was running, but not as much as I am when I go down to 35. And I told my girl, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna shave my head. She's like, what? I thought you were done with that. And I'm like, no, I feel like I need to. And she was like, oh, well, if you shave your head, you're gonna be single. And and so I was like, okay, never mind. A day later, she calls me back. Hey, you need to shave your head. And I was like, what? She goes, shave your head. She's like, you need to do whatever it's going to take to get you in that mind space to get ready to go out there and fuck someone up. And I was like, respect. Thank you so much. Still have a girlfriend. Haven't got a haircut. Haven't shaved my head since the night before my last fight.
Wow. That's a real girlfriend move right there though, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, man. She's the best.
And I see her on your Instagram. You guys look very happy together. And so, along with that,
Hey, that's behind the curtain. Everyone, all relationships, you deal with things, you grow, you get through them, you work as a team. I'm lucky. She's one of my best teammates, man. She understands what I do. She really, that first 2 months of my camp, she held it down. She made sure I was on top of my nutrition. She made sure that I was, middle of the day, I would be like napping or something. She'd get home from school, she'd be up from 6 a.m., get home from school like 4, take out the dog, have dinner ready, feed me, and then she'd come to the gym with me to do my cardio. She really killed it this camp.
and after that big dub, are you feeling like, I don't know, extra confidence, extra experience, like you got a chip on your shoulder at all?
I wouldn't say a chip on my shoulder. I think it was just something I had to get out of the way. I was talking to Coach Izzy Martinez about that this week. He's like, man, I'm glad you shit the bed your last fight and just got the win. I was like, what? He goes, you should have finished that guy. And I'm like, damn, yeah, you're right. He's like, but you got the win out of the way. Now you can win in there. It's just the UFC. You can win in there. You fought high caliber competition before getting in. Like, you're good. And I was like, yeah, you're right. And I think I needed that short notice fight at 45 to take away that stress of the weight cut. And then the next fight was, 5 months after surgery. So it was kind of like, in my head, I'm like, oh shit, man, I gotta hurry up. I gotta get back in there. I gotta get back in. And I rushed it and I did the damn thing with one arm. My arm wasn't nearly as good as it should have been. And I got in there, got the job done. And now things are coming together. Like I think people forget that I clawed and scratched my way into the UFC because of 135, not 45. So it's exciting. Like it's like, okay, everything's coming together. Now people get to see the top performing Dan Argueta.
And it's a good one for your 135 debut with the promotion, man. Ronnie Lawrence. Like, as a fan, this is fight of the night material, dude. Two crazy guys going at it. How do you feel about this one?
Oh man, I'm gonna put the pressure on him. You should have seen the amount of training I went through, the amount of screams and yells I let out during sprints to tell myself, I live in that red zone. I live in the elevation. I thrive to get tired. I want to. Coach Jackson told me a couple days ago. He's like, when you get nervous to get that tired, but he kind of gave me a good little tweak to it, which is you should be excited. No one can keep up with that. You should be excited. You should see how hard you can push yourself, because if you're hurting, you best believe that guy is drowning. So I'm excited to put the pressure on him, man. I like him. Him and I have been following each other for years.
Yeah.
So as soon as the fight got announced, he put it up on his story, and I sent him a message. I'm like, "Hey, man, let's get this bread." And he was very respectful. He was like, "Hell yeah," wished me a healthy camp and everything. So I got no problem with him. I'm happy to go in there and entertain and dominate, man. I need to dominate. I need that in my life again.
And you've seen Ronnie fight before. Like, from what you've seen
Of
of him,
course.
how do you feel like your guys' styles are going to clash?
We're gonna test his wrestling. I'm gonna. It's a test for me too, man. I want to make sure I got that my credentials are for real. I'm excited. It's hard for me to get people in camp to shoot on me. I have to ask. I have to beg. Hey, shoot on me. Shoot on me. And then I get these partners to start doing that and start getting them. I don't like to get taken down, so it's exciting in that sense. I haven't seen Ronnie fight, on his heels. Everyone stops in front of him. So I'm stupid, but I'm not that stupid to stop in front of, a striking black belt like him. You got to push through it.
And like Damon Jackson, you're lost in UFC, a vet, right? We look at Ronnie Lawrence. This, I think, will be his 4th UFC fight, 5th if you count Contender Series. So he's a vet in his own respect. Are you excited to kind of get that notch back? Like, yeah, I came in here and I beat someone with fights under their belt in this promotion.
Hell yeah. He's, top 50 in the world. I'm not even ranked at Bantamweight. I want to take that from him and show why I belong. Since since I started training, I was training with guys in the top 50. So it's exciting. I feel like it being my 3rd fight, like I said, I got the wiggles out. I've understood, oh, I can win out there. It's real. I can really win out there. And with that being said, I feel like him and I are somewhat at the same level. I think I've fought guys with a lot more experience than him. If you look back at my last couple fights, not including Aguirre had almost as many fights, but different level. I definitely, my last LFA fights and then Damon, I jumped in with the Sharks pretty quickly.
And I mean, well, Ronnie Lawrence is kind of a shark too. It's going to be a good one, man. I'm very excited. But you're also a shark now with that win and your style, and you proved to everybody, with that unanimous decision, you can push the pace and you're a serious problem. And I know that all comes from Jackson Wink. You guys do some crazy shit, training in the mountains, running through the snow, yada, yada, yada. So how's camp been? You've been doing some crazy stuff over there again?
Yeah, I was doing crazy stuff. I started adding 10-mile runs into my camp. So like every once in a while, like once a week throughout the whole camp, I would hit a 10-mile run.
That's
And I
gross,
was
man.
at least on top of all my training, grappling every day. You listen to Khabib, he says he does an hour of grappling every day. So what I do, hour of grappling every day, got my rounds in, got my conditioning, got my hands going, learning how to use this body of mine that, I haven't put to this test in almost a year. So it's exciting. I'm fucking fast again. I'm fast. I move good. It's exciting. My arms work. Yeah, man, it's the camp was awesome. I couldn't have asked for a better one. I really pushed the pace. Like I said, I'd be out on runs doing hill sprints. I'm talking one hill sprint that the hill takes about 4 minutes to get up. It's about a 1,000-foot climb after 3 miles of running a couple hills. And I was doing that, and I test myself every time I do it. I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna get it faster and faster and faster, and I would time it from the bottom to the top, and I wouldn't allow myself to stop. I said, if I stop, might as well walk your ass home. I wouldn't even stop on these hills. I'm focused, man. My cause for this fight, it's literally I'll call it a journal. I have just all the reasons why, I already did all the work. This one's mine. I just have to prove it to myself when I'm in there.
And who's coming with you from Jackson to be in your corner?
Diori Dominguez will be with me from Jackson Wink. Then obviously Kevin Swanson and Anthony Gonzalez, who is also Jalen Turner striking coach from Ruka Sport.
And this being your first cut to 135 in a few fights in the UFC, I got to ask, I mean, it seems like it, but the weight cut going great. You on par there?
Yeah, it's weird, man. I've never had the same weight cut at 135. It's always been a little different,
Yeah.
but luckily my coach Dior Dominguez, he writes everything down, so at least we have a gauge of where I'm at. Some days I'm ahead, some days I'm behind. Some days I'm ahead, some days I'm behind. All I know is I'm close to the gauge. This is the best I've ever felt, this low. I'm getting skinnier. I still got a lot of muscle holding a lot of fucking water. Yeah, man, this is the weight for me, man. I think I'm gonna definitely turn some heads.
So 135 for the future, 145 not in sight right now.
135 for the future. I've always said, if I get done with the 35 fight and they want to keep me in Vegas for an extra week, if someone needs a fight at 45, I'm down.
Animal. Love it, dude. And I actually haven't talked to you since your boy Jon Jones came back and put it on him. So have you talked to him since? And what was your guys' reaction when that went down?
Yeah, I've talked to him since. He's doing well, man. He's my coach Dior Dominguez actually is his shooting instructor. So the bald guy that looks like do you remember that video game Hitman?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like that / Benderley Silva.
Does he have the barcode on his head?
If they had a baby, it's this guy.
Okay. Okay.
No, Coach Diori is he's in Jon Jones's training camp, constantly in the room with them and those guys, bigger guys, and Diori brings such a great mindset to the MMA fighters at Jackson's. We spoke about it today, how him and Coach Jackson and another special forces man on the East Coast, they put their brains together and they learn what fighting is most effective. So it's not always a karate technique or jujitsu or wrestling. Nah, man, it's combat. It's psychological combat. Everything about it, broken down from 3 people who have put the combat to the test, and it's pretty exciting. I feel like me and John, and you got a couple other guys from the gym throughout the years that they've been able to put those different forms of combat to the test, and I'm very blessed to be one of those guys that gets to do that. It's like a freestyle fighting.
Yeah, I think they actually call Jon Jones a freestyle fighter when they introduce him, Bruce Buffer. Yeah. So it works too. Greatest of all times getting it done that way.
Yeah, I agree.
And more recently, your buddy Damon Blackshear got his first UFC win.
Yep. So Diori coaches Damon.
Yeah.
Damon lived up at the house with me. I think you remember. We were on the
Yeah, he was in the room.
Yeah, we did a call. Yeah. Yeah, I'm happy for him. He needed that. That guy's so freaking talented, man. He needed that. So I'm happy that he was able to get the job done.
I'm wearing the Cage Fury shirt too. He's a Cage Fury vet. And
Actually, because of him, I started something new.
what do you start?
Every single day this camp, since my fight got announced,
Yeah.
I've taken a 5-minute cold shower every morning.
That his thing?
Because Damon told me, he's like, yeah, man, just do it. I'm like, fuck you. No, ew. And then, I felt like I needed something. Started taking a cold shower like that every day before I would do anything, and it's the hardest thing you do in the day.
But you get it done. You
Hardest
get it
thing, and
done
then
first.
yeah, and then the rest of the day I'm cool.
I'm gonna wake up, take a cold shower tomorrow morning. Damn.
Bro, do it. Don't start next week. I want you to send me a picture of you in the shower, okay?
I'm gonna send you a full body picture in the
No,
shower,
I'm
bro.
kidding. Don't do that. Don't
I
do
won't do
that.
that. I don't think any media outlets would hire me ever again, man. It would be bad.
Hey, you
And
guys know Jake? Yeah, he sent me a picture of him taking a shower. Don't let him in the arena.
yo, jeez, that'd be the worst way to get blackmailed. You're safe. I'm not gonna do that. Don't worry. I don't want to get beat up. So, Dan, this win will be 2 in a row. I believe
Sure.
Lawrence is number 15 in the bantamweights too. So, or he was, or he's close to it. Let me confirm that real quick because I don't want to.
I thought he was ranked 38th in the world.
Oh, geez, if I'm that off, I'll feel like an idiot. But where's bantamweights? Bantamweight ranking. He is he's not on the bantamweights. Never mind, I lied. But he's a good opponent, and it'll be 2 in a row. So my question is, are you going to be calling anybody out? And how close are you to the ranks?
I don't think I'll be calling anyone out, man. I don't feel like I deserve to after my first 2 performances in the UFC. I'm not there yet. I'm a pretty humble guy when it comes to that stuff. I understand the levels to this game. I even said it online or on another interview that like everyone in this at this level, everyone's tough, everyone's good. And someone said, what about guys in the top 15? How do you know how tough they are? All I hear is blah blah. And I'm like, listen, those guys in the top 15, we would all freaking chomp away to want to fight those guys. Do you know why? Because we watch them fight more often. We've seen them fight. So we're familiar with what they do. So for us, we're like, yeah, I could beat that guy. I've seen him fight this many times. You know who's hard to beat?
Who's that?
Number 50 that gets paid a fraction of number 15. Number 50 who's trying to get into the top 15 of me. Number 12, number 10 doesn't want to fight me because I got nothing to lose. So I tell people that's why they're all tough. They're all good. They're all badass. You don't just get to this level without being scary and tough. There's just levels to the technique or the pressure, the presence these guys bring to the cage. And yeah, I think I'm gonna be one of those guys at 135. I think let me keep racking up my wins. Let me get my money up. Let me experience this more. Obviously you know me. I'm pretty charismatic. I want to fight in front of a crowd again. I want to get there. And the thing about fighting in front of a crowd, getting onto one of those cards, you're either a hammer or a nail. Not many toss-ups. And I think it'd be cool to go in as the nail. I think I'll shock the world. I strongly believe that.
Are you looking, if everything goes well, you stay healthy? Are you looking to fight again in 2023?
Hell yeah. Let me enjoy my summer first. God.
Come on, I'm not pushing that hard.
I'm gonna have my bantamweight body for maybe a week after this fight.
Matt Frivola, he says
if I
he says cream rolla Frivola when he gets all fat and chunky.
No, I honestly I don't want to be an asshole after this fight. I want to keep my weight low. I want to stay healthy. I don't want to have to go through a 4-month camp in order to fight. It'd be cool to keep my weight low and then take a fight 6 weeks, 8 weeks for 35. That's what I used to do in LFA, but now I got the luxury to put in full preparation and do it proper. So,
I'd
we'll
love
see.
a quick turnaround, man. Say less.
My goal, everything goes my way. I want to fight in November. I'd like to fight right before Christmas.
MSG coming to New York, bro?
Isn't that in December?
I don't know. I think they're talking
I
about
thought they're
AC.
usually December 17th-ish.
No, that one's in Vegas. I think they're talking about November for Madison Square Garden.
Hey, if someone needs to hammer down the nail, I'm in. Good luck.
I'll be pulling for you, bro. And since you're talking about the future at Bantamweight, I know your eyes are going to be on Aljamain versus Sugar Sean. So who do you think is going to win that one?
Aljo. I think
Wrestle?
Aljamain. Yeah, man, of course. That's how you win. Wrestling wins. If it's even everywhere else, or if the striker can't get close, or if the striker can't get his rhythm and get his timing down, wrestlers win.
Best based MMA,
That's why.
baby.
That's why my fight's exciting for me. It's like I've never seen this guy. I've never seen Ronnie. I've never seen Ronnie put up with just someone not walking him down, running his ass down in his face for 15 minutes. Never seen it. The one time I did see it, he shot a lot.
And you like when people shoot.
Yeah, I don't mind that. That's fun for me. You don't gotta get kicked in the head on the ground.
Hey, touche. Say less, bro. My last question for you is actually not about fighting. You kind of brought it up earlier, but something I'm seeing on Instagram, dude. You're shooting 50 calibers. You're shooting these full on. Like, where's this happening? How do you have this luxury? I would love that.
Dude, so I was thinking about this yesterday. I remember when I first got into Albuquerque, I went shooting with Lando Venata.
Okay.
And he opened up the bed of his truck, and he had like 6 rifles and all these pistols, and I was like, damn. And he's like telling me how much he paid for all of them. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, what? You paid how many thousand for what the fuck? Like, I was broke. I'm broke. I'm still broke. But I was broke. I'm like, I couldn't imagine spending that money on a gun. And because my coach Dior Dominguez and his friends around, the gun community, I actually got a sponsorship through POF USA. They're weapons manufacturer out of Tucson, Arizona. They hooked me up with an AR platform rifle before my LFA title. And then I saw them at SHOT Show in Vegas after my last fight, and they said they were going to hook me up with another weapon system, and they hooked me up with a lever action 9mm. And so that's the gun that you saw. It looks like a modern warfare lever action rifle, not like an old Henry rifle. It's badass. It's a fun toy. And then one of my other sponsors, the Klingshare family, they actually they own a large piece of land in New Mexico that I'm sure you're familiar with Billy the Kid, right? So it's the piece of land that Billy the Kid and the regulators used to run around when they were on the run, when they were getting after it.
You stayed at that cabin, right?
Yeah, that was one of the cabins I stayed at. That was down there
Okay.
at that ranch. And so my sponsor actually, he hooked me up with my first handgun, and he was, these people I have supporting me and like helping me just do warrior shit. Just they want to see me become a badass warrior, and that's what I'm striving for in life. It's it's not a career, it's a life.
And that's a good segue into my last little piece here, because you got a lot of support, a lot of fans, and a lot of eyes on this card and this fight. Like I said, man, this is my pencil in for fight of the night. So that being said, is there anything you would like to say to everybody and all your fans? If so, the mic is yours.
Oh man, just thank you to everyone for all the support. Since The Ultimate Fighter, The Ultimate Fighter was the best vehicle for my career, and it was a humbling experience. It helped get me to that next level, man. And I just after that, I didn't realize how many people just want to see me win. They just want to see me win. You treat people the right way. You help people when they need the help. You just focus on everyone. Just be a good person. That's all I've been focused on. I'm just trying to be a good person, just trying to do my deeds where I can, and because of that, I think people have shown like a just like nonstop loving support for me. Those people that know me, I even when I'm online and I see a troll write something mean, I just say, "Hey, don't be mean on here to me." I just tell them, I just comment back, "Don't be mean to me. You have no reason to be mean to me. Like I'm just a professional athlete. You don't gotta be mean to me. I'm still a person. I still probably like the same stuff you like. Like, just play it cool. Just be cool." But I just want to say thank you to everyone, man. This job has truly become the best job in the world. I'm so lucky.
Well, hey man, I consider myself lucky too because I'm lucky enough to talk to you and a bunch of other fighters that
Oh man.
I'm a fan. That's
Hey,
why I cover the sport. So
hey,
thank you.
hey, you guys are special. You guys are special. We appreciate you. You help open the window into our lives, and we only get 15 minutes a couple times a year to show people what we're about. So to have people like you spreading our message and what we're about and how things are going, we're lucky, man. We appreciate you guys. That's why I try to get as many talks in with you guys as possible. Um, you know, I've began to understand that, I pop up on the TV, second fight of the night. Not that many people are super interested yet, but you see this fucking tan Jack dude walk on there. What's the first thing they're gonna do? Dan Argueta Instagram. Ooh, Dan the Determined. That's spicy. They start looking. They don't want to see me just fighting. They're watching me fight on TV,
Your
man.
people, yeah.
So yeah, they're watching me fight on TV. So the first thing that these people are gonna look at. Oh, what does this guy do? Oh, he shoots guns. Oh, he goes to pool parties a week before his fight. He does this. Wow, most interesting Dan in the world.
Oh, it's a good nickname. The most interesting Dan in the world. Well, I can attest. You're pretty damn interesting, my friend, and I appreciate your kind words. We'll continue to do our best to cover you guys, promote you guys, because June 17th, bro, UFC Vegas
Man,
75. It's
hell
going
yeah,
down. And ladies and
hell
gentlemen,
yeah.
ESPN Plus, check it out. Don't miss Dan Argueta. You're not going to want to blink. Dan, my man, thank you so much, bro. Kick ass and get that W, and we'll do it again afterwards. All right, man.
Thank you, brother. You have a good one.